The 6-game suspension that Ben Roethlisberger got today was not a real surprise. I think everyone in the league thought he was going to get some sort of suspension, and they kind of thought it would be conditional, and this one is. He can get it reduced to 4 games with the proper conduct, and also he has to go through a behavioral evaluation with a process of doctors and another group of people who analyze your behavior before he'll be reinstated, but he could be back after 4 games. Since he took office 3.5 years ago, Roger Goodell has really come down hard on players who have violated the personal conduct policy. That's probably the #1 item on his agenda each year. What's happened here is that Roethlisberger has violated the conduct policy even if he hasn't been charged with anything because of the headlines he's made that bring a negative light on the NFL. And you can be suspended under those guidelines. It's a policy that the NFL Players Association has accepted, and thus Goodell had the power to do it. We believe this is the first time that any player has not been charged with any sort of crime and yet is being suspended under the personal conduct policy. But again, Goodell feels that the image of the NFL has been violated even if no charges were brought against Roethlisberger. The Steelers are very disappointed in this whole situation. They're one of the few teams in the league that really truly are image conscious, and they worry more about what the image of the Steelers is than sometimes what the effect of play will be. And what's happened here is they got rid of Santonio Holmes after he had several run-ins, and yes, they are looking to somehow send Roethlisberger elsewhere if they could work out a trade. Now that's a really difficult situation right now because #1, what team is going to trade for a quarterback who may not be available for 6 games, has to learn a whole new system but won't be available during the preseason to learn the system, and also brings with him a lot of baggage. So it's a tough chore. Plus, the Steelers won a lot for him. Remember, this guy's won 2 Super Bowls and is considered one of the top 10 quarterbacks, maybe one of the top 5 or 6 quarterbacks in the league. He's a tough player. He's a pretty good leader on the field. All those things are what you look for in a quarterback. But what you don't look for is the baggage he's bringing.